Hello, cyberspace. First of all, you have to excuse my rag, but my protective style is gelling right now. I first want to start off by saying that I am a fan. I am like the ultimate fan. I am a fanatic. My fanaticism is sort of OCD. Sometimes it can get a bit up there with insanity. And the definition of fanaticism is the quality of being fanatical. And yes, I'm using a screen so that I don't mess anything up. So you actually understand where I'm coming from. Fanatical, the definition of fanatical is to be filled with excessive and single-minded zeal. When I think of the word zeal, it kind of goes like to the religious zealots who are like so over the top, they make you not even want to know the Lord or know He exists because they put it on you so bad. And so with my zeal for my artist, I truly love my artist. I truly appreciate and love their art form, whether that be photography or artistry, entertainers, actors, singers. I love my artist. If I appreciate your work and I enjoy the quality of your work and I think that you are a genuine person, to me, that is something that will create a fanatic relationship between you and I, even though, of course, I'll probably never meet you. Sometimes I have been lucky and I have. But I say that because in my fanaticism, I absorb an entertainer, their work, their life, information that's printed on them. I just absorb it. I know little known facts about a lot of people for no other reason than because I'm a fanatic and I appreciate their work. And so I will like to say, first of all, today is It's Sunday. It's January 3rd. And in my fanaticism and in my single-minded zeal, I will get into my zone. Did I say it was January 3rd, 2016? Yeah, in case you didn't know. This is, Happy New Year, all that, if I haven't said it to you already. But so the legendary, the amazing, the absolutely unforgettable Natalie Cole has just recently passed on December 31st. And definitely a fanatic of Natalie Cole and her art form. And for the entire month of December, I've just been in Natalie Cole mode. And so that's all I've been listening to in the car and, in my own personal car. And then I'm a delivery driver. And in the delivery car, that is just, me and Natalie to the rooftops, in the rafters. And then to hear that she had passed away, it was like, wow. First of all, it was like, heart-wrenching because you don't ever want to hear that anyone's passed away. Even people you don't like, you don't want to hear they passed away. So somebody who you admire, you genuinely don't want to hear that. So to hear that she passed away was shocking. But also, it just had me like, whoa. Because for the entire month of December, that is all that I have been absorbing is Natalie Cole music. So it really had me feeling some type of way. And I haven't, come back around from that because it was shocking. So, as a fan, you take that on. So for me, losing an artist or an artist going through something, you're happy for them when things are going great. You rejoice with them. When things are not going good, you're down with them. You pray for them. And when something like this happens and you lose an artist that you've admired and that you are a fan of, you take it personally, just like if you've known that person, if that's a member of your family. So I'm taking it personally. I love Natalie Cole, and her music will live on. The next thing is, as I said, it's January 3rd, 2016, and I am also a huge fan of actress Nicole Beharie, whose birthday is today. So happy birthday, Nikki. Happy 31st. Turn up, do all that good stuff. And so excited about Sleepy Hollow returning next month on Fox. If you don't watch, you should. The show is awesome. And I'm like, I'm old school. My family's from the South. And I've always been taught, in my religious purview that the Lord will get his word across anyway. And I promise you, I've been in the church since I was 9 years old. I'm now 35. I promise you, I pay more attention to scripture now in the 3 seasons that I've been watching Sleepy Hollow to follow the show. And it's like, oh, you let the Lord, the show come before the Lord or bring you to the Lord. No, I just use whatever vehicle the Lord provides. And right now, that's the vehicle that he is providing. But there's a lot of biblical context in the show. And so I have to check fact from fiction because this is a television show. This is not real. And the only way to do that is to go to the source. So it really takes me to my Bible a lot. So thank you to the show creators and the writers and the cast and crew, because you're really helping me with my Bible study in the book of Revelations. And I appreciate that, because as a kid, that was the most traumatizing book in the Bible. And ain't nobody want to hear nothing about no last and evil days. So anyway, I digress. Happy birthday, Nikki. The next thing I want to talk about is insomnia. And before I get into my insomnia rant, let me just say to my friend Kirsten, no, I have not been bending my elbow today. So this will not be a hilarious fishing boots type of post. But anyway, I have insomnia. I suffer from insomnia. I have 4 years. And sometimes it's worse than others. Sometimes, I haven't been asleep for a day, or sometimes it's a week. And sleep deprivation is real. Trust me, this is not something that you want to go through. I will be so sleepy, I want to fall underneath sleep, and I can't. And so I've been awake now for about 32 hours. I've been awake. And the thing with me is that even though I have stuff to do, I'm so tired I can't do it because I haven't been asleep. So I'm not really productive in these 32 hours that I've been awake, because I'm too tired to do anything productive. And because of my insomnia, I can't sleep even though I would really like to. So with my time, what I have done is watch like a gazillion episodes and clips of the daytime talk show, The Real. And for me, this is so out of character. I do not do talk shows. I don't even do daytime television. I've watched Steve Harvey on Family Feud if I'm at home during the day, which I'm usually not. I'm an employed woman, not a kept woman, although some days I wish I was. And, so if I get Steve Harvey and some Family Feud in during the day, I have really done some television watching for daytime because I'm never at home. So because I've been awake, I've been watching The Real. And how that actually came about is my son, my 6-year-old, watched 17 again on Hulu or Netflix or something. Shout out to Hulu and Netflix. I couldn't live without you. And like I said, my 6-year-old was watching 17 again. And for those of you who don't know, that is the twins, Tia and Tamara Mowry, and their brother Taj. And that just got me, flashback, sister, oh my God, when we were kids. And, the Mowry twins are 2 years older than me. So even though they're older than me, you look at your shows, and as a kid, like Rudy Huxtable was the most adorable kid ever until Olivia came and when Rudy grew up. And Rudy's also, hi Keisha Knight Pullum is also older than I am. So it's weird because I look at them like, oh my God, they were so cute little kids. And the Mowry twins and Keisha Knight Pulliam are all older than I am. Not much, but they are older. And then, of course, Lil Raven Simone, she was adorable. I ain't got too much rap for her these days, but I loved her as Olivia on The Cosby Show. And side note, I support Bill Cosby. I don't believe none of that nonsense. And you need to bring The Cosby Show back to television and syndication because we love it. We love him. That is what showed us, if we didn't live in a household like that, that's what it should be like, gave us some values. And for those of us who didn't get it, and when I say us, I mean as a community, not me because my mama ran her house, but I mean other people. And bring it back. It was wholesome television. That man has done too much for the African American community and for Americans as a whole, because black people are not the only people who love Bill Cosby, his comedy, his stand-up, his movies, his television shows, his philanthropy. And while y'all taking up signs on the Hollywood walk, if that's true, I don't know. I saw a picture. taking all of his honorary degrees and all that, have you gave him any of that coin back? I don't think so. So until you're ready to give him his money back for all that philanthropy work that he has done, don't strip him of his titles. Don't execute him in social media and on the news. And that man ain't even been found guilty of anything yet. He ain't even been tried. He just got arrested. So really, what the hell is we arresting him for? Because hookers was trying to get their life and he was getting his. Anyway, I digress. I get my fanaticism gets me into a zone. So with my son watching 17 again with the Maury twins, I was like, yeah, let's see what they be doing. I know that Tamara is on The Real, but like I said, I don't watch talk shows. And I know that Tia is on Instant Mom, but I also don't describe. I can't even talk. You see, I haven't been asleep in 32 hours. I don't subscribe to cable because it's like a high price ripoff. So, like I said, shouts out to Hulu and Netflix. You guys are my life. So I was like, well, let me get on some Hulu and Netflix and YouTube and Crackle and see what's going on with the Maury twins. And I said that wrong. I'm sorry. The Maury twins. And I just learned that this week too. Been saying it wrong for 800 years. But anyway, I blame the media because they said it wrong first. So in following the Maurys, I watched Twitches 1 and 2. That was cute. We watched 17 again. And it kind of helps that I have a kid, so I can go back and I can look at all this old stuff. And he's like, oh, you watched that when you were a kid? And yeah, mommy watched this, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So anyway, we did all that stuff. And then I started to check out just some clips of The Real. And just clips of the Maury twins interviews, stuff they've done over the years. And my initial introduction to the Maury twins was The Voices. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the joint when I was like 12. So that was my initial introduction to the twins, and then the television show Sister Sister and, you know, other things throughout their career. And I came across a clip and it just broke my heart. A clip of Tamara Maury Housley, who's married to Fox News guy, anchor, I don't know what he does, Adam Housley. And she was tearfully speaking about racial attacks, probably mostly from African Americans, but against her because she is in an interracial marriage. And of course, for you that don't know, the Maury twins are the product of an interracial marriage. So for most people with any common sense, this is not an issue. Not because they're interracial, but because it's just not an issue. However, in this country, we know racism is a big issue. It's a big deal. It is not going away. It has not gone away because of the civil rights movement and the marches. It has not. It's more of a tolerance. Those people who have hated us still hate us. They are still teaching hate. They are still practicing hate. And it's just that a lot more people are thinking for themselves and don't think that way. So I would have never guessed that, you know, Tia was being persecuted for her choice and who she loves. And it was crazy. I was like, wow, people still saying nonsense like that, calling her a white man's whore, saying she giving it up for free now when before it cost them $300. And who says this to somebody about their spouse? And social media makes it easy. It really, really does. It makes it easy to say whatever you want. Right here, I'm in my own bedroom. Don't nobody know me. I'm saying whatever I feel like, and I'm going to put it on the internet, and the whole world will have access to it. That is cool. Sometimes it can be cruel and dangerous. I think this is one of those times where it was cruel. Now, I will say, on New Year's Eve, I watched the Pitbull New Year's Eve special. And then I took to Twitter, and I did tell Sean P. Diddy Combs that his tuxedo pants were a little snug. It was the truth. I wasn't being cruel. It was the truth. Them pants was a little tight. His behind was quite visible. But in the real world, when am I ever going to see Sean Puff Daddy Combs to tell him his pants is snug? I'm probably not. We don't run in the same circles. I'm not going to bump into him. Hi, Diddy. But I was able to say that. And he can see it now. Whether or not he read it, I don't know. I wasn't trying to be catty. It was no shade. It was truth. Your pants was a little tight. The bum is nice. Don't get me wrong. It was nice, but get you a little bit looser slack next time. That's all I'm asking. But anyway, I digress. But just that's an example. You can say whatever you want to say to whoever you want to say it to. And these people felt like being ignorant to Tamara. And that is what kind of got me into watching clips and episodes of The Real. Because I watched that and I was like, wow. And it just hurt me because I was like, who does that? Who says that? And, in watching interviews, sometimes you get to know that these are real people. Celebrities are real people, but a lot of times fans and the general public don't understand that because you have idolized these people and you have put them on a pedestal. They're no longer real to you. They're iconic. And so you don't think of them like you think of people. So if I were to go into the supermarket and see an interracial couple and look at the female and be like, sister, you done became the white man's whore, I'm out of pocket. I'm out of line. It's reckless. Oh my God, I can't believe she would do that. However, people who've never come into contact with Tamara Mowry Housley can do that via social media, and they think it's okay because she's a celebrity. She's a star. She's an entertainer. She has been immortalized as an icon for being a child star and continuing in the business and having, the reputation that she has in the business, that they feel like she ain't all that goody two shoes because she married a white man. Okay, who cares? Does that it shouldn't. I know for some it does, but it should not matter in 2016. It should not. I mean, in a country where people fight for equality and same-sex marriage, you gonna get pissed off about a grown man and a grown woman doing whatever they want to do? Come on now. Get real. Get over yourselves. But that, like I said, that got me to watching other episodes. And I enjoy it, which is so crazy because, I try to watch talk shows. I can't do it. I love the queen with my whole heart. Dana Owens is a beast at everything she does. I liked her show, but I didn't watch it on a regular. And she's had what, 2? If it's somebody on there that I want to see, I'll watch that segment and then I'm done. I don't do talk shows. That's nothing against the host or the creators. Anybody puts that stuff together. It's not something I do with my day. And it's the same with The Real. I could not see me every day at 12 o'clock sitting down to watch The Real. If I were home at every day at 12, which I will never probably be again. But that girl talk at that table gives me life. They really do. And I have found that while I enjoy all 5 ladies, Lani and Tamara have become my favorites. And this is in this 32-hour period because I never watched the show before then. But they are so absolutely my favorites on the show. Lani keeps it real. And as a comedian, she can bring, the light to heavy situations when it gets a little intense and emotional. Even if she's crying, she'll crack a joke. And it's just awesome. And then our sense of humor so meshes. What she says, I was thinking. So it works out. And then Tamara, she's just such a sweetheart. And you're like, oh my God. And the empathy is so real for the things that she talks about. And it's like, oh my goodness. And then with the other 3 co-hosts, of course, anybody who loves real music loves Toni Braxton. And I personally would not know who Tamar Braxton is if it weren't for Toni Braxton. And that is not to discredit anything that Tamar has done in her career in the past or that she is doing now. Tamar knows that she is awesome. She is a vocal beast. And, the Tamartians love her. I'm not a part of the Tamartian crew, but I don't roll with too many clicks. But I do appreciate Tamar's art. And I like her on the show because, like I said, you get these people on television and you put them on a pedestal and they're no longer real to you. And watching these ladies on a show that's called The Real, where they get vulnerable, where they get excited. You see their joy. You see the highs and the lows. And you see them be real. And I like identifying with people in the entertainment industry, those that we have, you know, dubbed celebrities, on a real level. When you see them being real, it's the epitome of awesome. It really is. I've been a Sheila E. fanatic pretty much my whole life. Since I initially saw Krush Groove, I was like, okay, she's dope. I like her. And then with the Glamorous Life video, I was like, oh my God, I got to get a girl drum set like that. I was uneducated. I was 4. I didn't know that they were called timbales and that girls or boys could play them. I thought she had the girl version of drums, and you only got 2 if you were a girl. And if you were a boy, you got a whole kit. But when I was 7, I got a whole kit because I was going to grow up to be Sheila E. I ain't never learned how to play it or any of the other instruments I own, but I still love me some Sheila E. And the first time that I ever saw her in concert, and because in the heyday of Sheila E., I couldn't go to a Sheila E. and Prince concert. I was 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, and they were raunchy. That wasn't finna happen. So I didn't see Sheila E. in concert for the first time till I was 23. And I was actually lucky enough to actually get backstage to meet her. And the thing that so stood out for me was that she was so real and genuine and down to earth. And just like everybody else that I know, only her talent is music, and that's where she works. And I mean, of course, she makes more money than we do, and a lot more people know her, and she is a celebrity. She is an icon. 40 years in the business, do believe it. But she was just like every other, you know, real normal person. And it's funny because I listened to her in interviews, and she says she did, at the height of her career, get that celebrity big head. And she walked on water in her mind. But the person that I met for the first time in 2003 was not like that at all. And I'm glad. I said, I guess that was like, you know, some divine intervention, because had I met her in that time and space, I probably would not have liked her. And so to get to meet her later in life, when you've lived and learned, was the epitome of awesome. And when you have, you know, pretty much for your entire life, like I said, I've been a fan since I was 4. So that's 31 years that I've been a fan of this woman and her talent. To get to meet her and just be in her presence and see that she's a real person was the ultimate. And so I'm finding that with watching The Real, those ladies are just real people. They do real things just like us. They go through the same things, ups, downs, and highs and lows. And people should be mindful of what they say about people. If you wouldn't say it, and I know you hear this all the time and it's cliche, but it's so true. Just like, you know, cyberbullying and all. If you're not going to say it directly to them in their face, and it be okay, because some people reckless in person, just like on cyberspace, and they say any damn thing they want to say, reckless and all out of order, and not care. But if it's not something that would be appropriate, or that you would want somebody to say to you or about you, don't say it to or about anyone else. Diddy, if you see me somewhere, my pants is too tight, please tell me, please. So, that's your girl T signing off. This is T's Corner.